All right, friends, we're going to do a video on JasonBlaha. Man, he just popped this new video up again, man. He's going to do Milo again. Milo and the bull. My God. Let's review the gym lifting, recruit and lifting slave himself, JasonBlaha. JasonBlaha says, lifting history, Milo and the bull. The origin of progressive overload. Oh, give me a break, man. All right.
Hey everybody, I thought I would chat with you guys and gals today about the story of Milo of Croton.
You know, it's funny. I can show you people carrying stuff from ships right now. They're carrying them up stairwells, down alleys, whatever. They have to carry fruit to a depot from a shipping yard. And they carry everything on their backs in South America. And none of them are getting big and massive, dude. None of them are getting big as massive. And none of them can walk with weight that is more than, I guess, 70 pounds on their back. Anything more than that becomes almost impossible to walk with. Like if you're walking with 100 pounds on your back, like a backpack with 100 pounds, man, I'm telling you, you're going to be done in really fast. Trust me, you're going to be done in really fast, dude. You think somebody's carrying a bull on their back to 300, 400, 500, but you're walking with 300, 400, 500 pounds, 6, 7, 1,000, 2,000 pounds on your back down the street? I don't think so. The whole Milo thing is fake. Get it? It's fake. It's a made-up story. Maybe this guy, they saw this kid and they did a story about him. He carried a bull when the bull was like, I don't know, 60 pounds or something. But that's probably the maximum. But as it got a little bit bigger, he tried to carry it, but it got a lot harder. And then the bull got bigger, it got harder, and then he couldn't do it anymore.
Which is an ancient story going all the way back to Greece.
Yeah,
if
sure.
I recall, around 2,500 years ago, this was documented. And Croton being an island over in Greece.
Oh yeah, Croton over in Greece.
The story of Milo and Croton.
He actually knows history. An island over in Greece, a place called Croton, yeah. This guy called Milo. Oh sure, okay, yeah.
Is really important because it is the first documented case of progressive overload being used.
Very important for Blaha and trying to recruit more of these the gym lifting slaves.
Make a human being stronger, at least the oldest that we have knowledge of.
Oh yeah, it's going to make a human being stronger,
there could obviously be other records in other countries and places, but this is what we know of here in the West. So with Milo of Croton, he was the strongest man of his time period in Greece.
Oh yeah.
Right, and this is around the time all the Olympic Games and everything were being started. You know, again, a lot of the stuff that we think of in the modern world, it goes back to this. This is why we call it the Olympics, right?
Yes, Blaha.
Ever wish self-improvement could be
right?
Sure.
Going back to the idea of Mount Olympus, but Milo was basically like a strong man, and he was a wrestler.
He was,
And again, greatest wrestler of his time period. Was considered to be the strongest man on Earth, at least in the known world.
Sure he was. Yes. He was. He didn't even exist. There's nobody called Croton. It's a made-up story. But okay, whatever Blaha says.
By everyone there. And Milo had postulated one day as someone who was himself, a studier of physical things in the physical body.
Wow.
Right? He was a student of these things. Milo thought one day that if he got a baby bull, a calf, and he could pick it up, and that if he picked it up every single day, that he would get stronger and stronger and stronger. And as long as he continued to do that, that he felt that he would be able to gain strength equal to the weight gain of this bull as it grew up. Okay?
You think?
So,
he would get equal strength to this bull if he were to lift it up and carry it around. Oh yeah.
Story then goes is that
on his slave diet, what's on his slave diet that he was barely eating? He was starving in Greece, walking the streets.
Or at least
there weren't any 7-Elevens or Walmarts around Blaha. What do you think he was eating?
Understanding of it is that Milo went and got this little baby bull calf. Right? It had been weaned and everything, I suppose, at this point, and or maybe not.
Maybe not.
And strung it across his shoulders like a big yoke, like you would put a yoke across your shoulders,
yeah.
right? Or like a lot of us where we would put a bar when we squatted.
Big yoke,
so he got
broski.
down under this calf and squatted it up. And you still see people in certain areas carrying calves this way. You'll see, goats carried this way in different parts of the world. Mm-hmm. Not uncommon. Not even necessarily uncomfortable for the animal. So put it across his shoulders and squatted up, and he would then carry it around the little town a little bit. The city that he.
How does Blaha know that? How does he know he was doing that? But anybody can put a little baby calf around their neck and walk around with it. Okay. What about it? He didn't take a full-grown bull and put it around his neck and walk with it in the town, Blaha.
Lived in a small city. We would probably think of it as a village still today, but traveled around the town with this on.
Progressive overload has nothing to do with muscle damage. Those are two different techniques, and how they're accomplished are both different. If you want to build like some fake strength, like this androgen receptor and recruit motor units, then progressive overload is the way to go. Adapted. You adapted, no more damage, and progressive overload is the way. Definitely for fake strength, to create that fake artificial strength. But now if you want to create real strength, real myofibrillar growth, then the technique is a unique feature of untrained muscles is that they get stiff and sore the next day due to what? Muscle damage. That's it. End of story, broski. So you need to do as many of those as you can. As many of those as you can, broski. To get that. That's right. Adaptation is associated with muscle damage.
His back, and of course this created quite a scene. And as word of this spread, as you can imagine, people would show up to see this. They wanted to come see this man carrying around this bull calf. Okay.
People wanted to see a guy carrying around a baby bull calf? Okay, whatever, Blaha.
But what happened is he got up and carried it around town every day. Now, do we know how long? To my knowledge, no. We don't know. Did he do a few steps here and there? Did he carry it around the town?
You don't have to know. Just make it up like you're making up this story about Milo. It's all made up. Just make it up. He was carrying it on a daily basis every day, okay? He was walking the blocks and whistling at the chicks as he was walking down the street. And they were throwing flowers at him and shards at him. Women threw down their you-know-what down. They gave offerings of their you-know-what to him.
For a couple hours every day. We don't really know, but we know.
They all went gaga for Milo. They were like, Milo, my hero. You're my hero, bro. Milo. You carry that calf down the street again, bro. Jesus.
He did carry this bull calf around town. He was seen regularly doing that.
Man, you know the funny part? Milo was smaller than Blaha. and Blaha is small. Think about that.
It was apparently a spectacle.
He's actually disappearing at this point, Blaha. Look at him. He's so skinny, he's loose, he's just disappearing.
Not so much when it was small, but as it started to grow, because what Milo did is that he did this every day.
Penises grow too. Have you ever seen them? They grow too, bro. They see a chick and they grow.
By all accounts, he did this every day. So this man, this big, and again, he's already probably, to the average person, might be the biggest man they'd ever seen, at least muscularly.
The biggest man they ever seen, at least muscularly. But he wasn't the tallest man they've ever seen. How was he? Maybe he was a small, stocky, short guy. I don't know. Whatever, you can make him out to be whatever you want because it's fake, the story. You just create him how you want him to look.
Right? He's a big, strong man. Famous.
See? Blaha says he's a big, strong man. What? How is he a big, strong man if he's eating like slave diet? He's not eating anything. He's half starving.
Wrestler and athlete and strong man.
Whatever.
So, walk around town with this, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
It grew.
When you need a mortgage, you have.
It grew.
It grew and it grew. It got bigger. It grew, broski. Then it buckled under his knees and he fell down and then he died. Poor Milo died. They don't want to tell you the part about Milo dying, broski. My God, he fell in the street, man, on his face. That bull fucking sat on his head and broke his neck. Jesus, man, what a sad ending to Milo. Milo, the carrying of the little bull calf, yes.
Okay? It absolutely grew. And so over time, over the course of a couple of years,
Gosh, for Crichton, I think they meant the word crushed.
you can imagine this calf became a full-grown bull. Well, he had been
Of course, they become full-grown bulls, yes, but he wasn't under the bull, believe me.
carrying it every single day. Now, for some people,
Now he says that he's carrying it every single day. Before he said he didn't know. So if he's carrying it every day, whatever this thing is growing, at what point did he stop carrying it? Because he can only carry to a certain point. A human being can only walk with so much weight on your back till you collapse and die. Milo died. Okay.
well, I don't know how many bulls would necessarily let you do that. Well, in this case, his obviously would because he's been doing it all the time. This bull is used to being picked up and carried by Milo.
Oh, it is it?
All the time.
Oh, it is.
It's just used to him doing this, right?
It's just used to him carrying this bull every day, broski. Yes, yeah. Like Blaha knows that. Okay. How do you know it's every day?
So, probably just allowed him to continue to do so. So, what ends up happening is that then you have this grown man, and this is the story of Milo and the bull, who would come in and pick up an entire bull.
And
he was supposed to have at that point traveled around a little bit with it, the bull went with him where he went places. And he was documented as being seen as being able to lift an entire bull.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this obviously made it into history because at the time period, no one had ever heard of anything like this. This was extreme. It was insane.
Oh yeah, sure it was. Yeah, it was insane. Yeah.
So all the story and the legend then spread mouth to mouth and writings, everything else of Milo and this bull, and he carried
Milo and this poor little bull that died.
Lifting the bull, and everyone knew that Milo could lift the bull.
He carried a dead bull
but this
to the
was
market
also
on his shoulders
He did
and
it
sold
because,
the
as you
meat.
can imagine, a lot of people inquired.
You want to know what happened to that bull? They saw a guy carrying a dead calf on his back, and he took it home so he can eat it because he was starving. That's why. And the bull, there's no more bull. It didn't grow up to be an adult. He ate the bull.
Leaders and important people inquired, philosophers inquired, other wrestlers inquired, athletes.
Oh, sure.
People who coached and trained these different athletes inquired.
Yeah.
And he told them, this is what I did. This is the story. This is how I did this.
Oh, yeah.
And again, this is then where the story of progressive overload comes from.
Oh.
Because other people obviously took this. This became famous. This became our model for getting people stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? It became our model for it. The idea that if you, over time, progressively subject the body to higher weights, lifting heavier weights, heavier workloads over prolonged periods of time, the body adapts and the body gets stronger. Now,
the body adapts and the body gets stronger. Okay, so how does it adapt and how does it get stronger? Releasing chemicals. That's what it does. It releases chemicals. Yeah.
Primary adaptation by which it does this once the early neural gains are gone is through making muscles bigger. Okay?
Oh, bigger.
A bigger muscle has more strength potential.
Oh, now he's talking about muscles getting bigger. How do they get bigger? They only get so big. They have a myonuclear domain size limit. The muscle cells have an MND size limit during hypertrophic process beyond where the satellite cell can donate any more extranuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. And no bull is going to bypass that. You walking with a bull on your back is going to bypass that MND size limit. It's really simple, bro. Muscle cells have an MND size limit. Fat cells don't have that, and loading glycogen, there's no limit. Okay, broski?
Now that creates a great deal of confusion for people, as you can also imagine, because people see really strong people who are smaller.
This guy's swinging.
Than others, and really big people who aren't as strong. But there's a lot more to it than that. That's, again, its own discussion. But in
big people that are not as strong, big people are stronger than small people. Shut the fuck up. I don't care what he says. He's stupid.
Generally speaking,
this
for
is dumb.
You as a person, a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. So
everything he's doing, he's inducing artificially, okay? The proliferation of these motor units and androgen receptors, he's proliferating them, moving weights around. That's all he's doing, man. It's artificial. And as far as any muscle he gained, it was in the beginning when he was untrained. And that too is induced artificially by lifting weights. And your body doesn't give you muscles. It's adapted. It's adapted not to, it's protected from building any more muscles. How? It adapted by giving you muscles to protect from any more muscles getting damaged and you building any more muscle. There you go.
The bigger you get any individual muscle, the more
You're not getting bigger. You're getting fatter eating fake food. That's what you're getting.
strength potential it's going to have when you try to lift heavy.
No, it's not.
We need to understand.
No, it's not. It's when you progressively overload, you'll recruit more motor units and androgen receptors for more force production. That's all that is.
And that strength potential, because just because one muscle can contract harder doesn't mean that you're going to always be good at doing it.
That's why he's shrinking. He's not getting bigger. He's lifting every day. Where is it?
Making it contract and using it in the movement that you want to. Now that's motor skill and other stuff involved there, right? Technique, all those things. But that individual muscle at the level of the joint, absolutely. So that's the primary adaptation that we see. But again, the idea is the same.
That's the primary adaptation you see. The primary adaptation is to repair and remodel muscles so they're resistant from further assaults by your weightlifting, so they don't get damaged anymore. Hello.
Any way you break it down, over time, chronically subjecting the human body to higher workloads.
That's what he's doing. So why isn't he growing every day? He's lifting every day. He's a gym slave. So why isn't he growing muscle every single day? Growing and growing and growing forever. Do weights grow muscles?
Will cause you to get stronger as long as there's no issue to where, of course, something breaks.
It'll cause you to get better at being a lifting slave. You're releasing these chemicals, yeah.
We run into other problems, right? And this began, as far as our knowledge of it goes, all the way with the story of Milo and the bull. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative.
Thank God. Fake. Fake.
Then I'll
Look at that face.
talk to you guys and gals next time.
Look at that face, broski. Only a mother could love. That's cute. I'll see you in the next one, friends. So just think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next video.